Jingle bells from outer space! Yes, here we are with the latest iteration of Cosmos from the Velocitron Speedia 500 line. Speedia Velocitron 500 line. Anyway, I was actually surprised to find this figure. And mostly because it was seeming to be the figure that everyone else was ignoring. All the other figures in the wave, gone. But Cosmos, he was just sitting there, just waiting. Which is fine for me. Now, Cosmos seems to have a very unusual function in the Speedia collection. Mostly because he seems to either be the flag bearer, so to give you this checkered flag for the winner. Also, for reasons that are many and mysterious. And it only include, you have a white set as well, mostly as a joke from what Hasbro reps are saying anyway. But as you can see, you can just kind of plug it in right there, or just kind of ignore it. You should choose. We do have a nice little pistol though. One of the few times that Cosmos has had a decent weapon. Decent in the fact that he's actually possessed one. Now, as for some comparisons, we do have the original Generation 1. Silly and yet timeless as it is. We have the, I believe it's Classics Cosmos. Back when they're doing that whole Cybertronian thing on the characters themselves. Then we have Generations Cosmos with his Target Master partner. The only other one to have a weapon, so automatically that's the one people go for. Interestingly enough, as some of us know, they did reissue the Cosmos figure itself without the Target Master, which some people were not happy with. But that's in the past now. Moving on. Moving on to transformation itself, we'll take out the accessories. Coming up to the bottom here. Unpeg the arms. Fold this part. Open up this. And bring this all down. And come to this section here and bring it upward. Unpeg. Fold down. Bring this around. 4'1". Repeat with other foot. There we go. Now, there have been issues where this particular tab, which will become the shoulders, has been problematic. It's kind of a gamble as to whether or not it's going to happen to you. That flap just tends to come off, especially in my hands. Okay. Bring this part out. Let's see here. Come on. One moment. Okay, so you don't press it in, you just fold this part, yeah, that flap in, and then snap, snap, fold down the side skirts, twist up the head. Yeah, there is a little trick where you can have the head popping out in the saucer mode, but it's mechanically a little problematic. Mostly because you're having things scrape up against each other, so potential damage is there. Just put the pistol in his hand. Eventually. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Cosmos, robot mode. And in robot mode we do see a fairly squat but appropriate robot mode for Cosmos. Not as kibbly as some of the other ones. We'll get to that in a moment. Now the thing is that you kind of have to have this backpack here, otherwise you got things sticking out even more. But still, at least they were willing to try something different with the transformation, not end up a bit of a mess. And since we're on the topic of messes, how Cosmos is supposed to hold the flag is similar to this, or again, haha, white flag situation. Yep, And back on the topic of the other cosmoses, here in reverse order we have Generations Cosmos. Let's see here. And Classics. And finally we have the Generation 1. So at least he's getting progressively bigger with each iteration. Better is debatable, largely, but I do appreciate what they put into here. And for the price point, you are at least getting for what you pay for. No matter what the empty spaces may tell you. Moving articulation, head is on a ball joint, so you do get a very nice articulation there. Universal joint for the shoulder. Mushroom peg and 90-degree elbow bend. Wrist rotation inward. Full 360 waist rotation. Mostly did transformation, but still nice to have that. Universal joints for the hips. Mushroom peg thigh. 90-degree knee bend. And mostly just ankle tilt. But still, you can't really get some poses out of him. And he looks good doing it. Now at this point, people have at least seen or had the opportunity to pick up a Cosmos. If not, there is constant rumors flying about that. There will be a case pack just of Cosmos later this year or early next year. So that's something to hopefully look forward to. Whether or not it'll be in the exact same coloration is up for debate. But if you can get this figure, you should. Anyway, I am Deceptiwolf. This has been Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. Cosmos. Get our mind to all. Free your mind. Free your toys.